today about YouTube Creator Day and let you know how it went. But before that, I wanted to let you know that my next video is going to be a Q&A because y'all have asked me so many questions, well, over many months, years, that I don't think I've addressed. So I'm going through the past couple of videos and answering those questions, especially the last video where I was doing my makeup and everything. I'm going to answer all those questions. If you have any other questions that you haven't asked in the past or that you asked in the past and you think I might have forgotten about, leave it in the bottom bar, okay? Thanks. All right, YouTube Creator Day. I did the intro a couple days ago. Not the intro, but just telling you about it. And when I watched that video back when I was editing it, it's so funny to me now that I've been to the Creator Day how I was feeling. First of all, there was no reason to worry about what I wore or how I looked or anything like that. It was such, well, first of all, okay, I'll start at the beginning. And I'm gonna edit in some of these things, you know. First I had to drive there. But I got there fine, but I did make a mistake and made a wrong turn, not a wrong turn, but this whole exit I was supposed to take was just a big concrete wall, which happens all the time. So I had to make take another exit. It wasn't correct. Anyway, thank goodness my GPS circled me around another 15 minutes. I still got there at 10:15. The event was going to start at 11. So I parked my car. It was not at a hotel. It was at a venue that people use for parties and weddings and things like that. Okay, so I got there, got a cup of coffee. I'm gonna guess there were over 150 and under 200 people there. What was interesting to me is I thought I watched a wide range of YouTubers. No way, Jose. There's so many topics that I don't even know if I've heard of people that I met, but I'll talk about that in a minute. First of all, I just kind of sat down. You know, a lot of people had friends, which was depressing. I had nobody. Finally, I just sat on the end of this row, got a cup of coffee, sat at the end of this row, and just waited. I had about 15 minutes by then for it to start. Okay, I made it here. I can't see myself. I'm in front of a window. I don't know if you can see behind me. I'm not that intimidated. There's a lot of people here, but a lot of people have friends, but a lot of people don't. So I'm showing backlit now, so I'm going to go sit down in my spot. And this necklace always goes backwards. Anyway, that's going to drive me nuts. I'll just take it off. About 15 minutes before it started, I sat down in my chair. And finally, this young lady sat beside me, and she was absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I'm going to tell you her YouTube channel name. And I'm going to link in the bottom bar the people that I met directly. And some of them I interviewed for a minute on my channel. Oh gosh, she didn't give me a card. What was her name? Down. Okay, I'm going to just put it right here. I'm going to put it right here and let you know what her name was. Her channel name. Yeah. Some people had business cards and some people did not. I made my own business card the night before. It was a piece of yellow cardstock that I cut with my little cutter, but it worked out great. When you got to your chair, you got some swag. First of all, you had this notebook, and it just says YouTube Creator Day. And I'm really glad they had it because I used it and took tons of notes. I also had a YouTube pen and some stickers, name tag that you got downstairs. And then I won this sticker by answering a question during the event. Okay, so I sat there really quiet like a little mouse. Everybody was talking. I'm just sitting there like, you know, the new student, which I wasn't, but she sat down beside me. It was great. We chit-chatted. Really cool. She has a lifestyle channel. I looked at her channel. Her lighting is impeccable. Her topics were great. A lot of topics that I do, kind of similar. So anyway, check out her channel. So we chatted. We had a good time. The first, I can't remember the order of events, but there was a lot of interactivity, which I knew there was going to be. And one of the main things that they were there to do was help you connect with other YouTubers. I didn't find that many that I had anything in common with, really. There were a lot of painters and artists there. There were people that unboxed toys. There were people that, there were DIY There were a few lifestyle beauty gurus there, but not very many. But everybody was so nice. Gosh, there were people that did all kinds of videos. I can't even tell you. One girl I met that I think I'll have a clip of is MakeupAnnimal, but 2 N's in the word animal because her name is Ann.
Hi, this is Ann. Tell me the name of your channel. My channel. My channel is MakeupAnnimal with 2 N's. I do makeup, lifestyle, and fashion and all the cool stuff. So subscribe to my channel.
She was adorable, and I want her camera. She had a white Sony with a pink little camera case. So cute, hilarious. I think she has a comedy channel. There were a lot of comedy channels there. I don't know if I'll ever watch any of them, but they were there at the event. There was a girl I met. Gosh, I don't even remember her name, but her channel is MommyHacks.
We're at lunch. This is my new friend. Her channel is MommyHacks. She's got tons of DIY how-tos for kid stuff, and I'm going to use a bunch of them on my grandkids.
And her and her husband have a channel called TheHallsBeVloggin, and number 4, The Challenge. They had a channel. So I just met these various people. I know there were others, but I didn't get a card or anything. So like I said, I didn't really find anyone that I think is interested in collaborating with me or vice versa. Maybe some of them will contact me. There's 2 particular ones that I think I'm going to contact and see if they want to do something together. So we'll see how that works out. So one time we had to stand up and find 2 or 3 people. It's like speed dating, but it was speed collabing, and you just kind of walked around. Well, this man walks up to me, and you were supposed to talk for like 3 minutes and figure out something you could do together as a collab to introduce each other's channels to other people, right? And he walked up. What was his name? I gotta look it up, y'all. It was something with a motorcycle. Oh man, Artistic Biker was his channel. And I was like, well, and I said, well, I'm kind of a lifestyle person. Like, I do travel and some beauty and different things like that. And so I'm like thinking, bye. And he goes, oh, okay, I've got this great idea. Where are you going next? And I said, well, I'm going on a cruise in the fall. I'm going to San Antonio next week. And he said, that's it. Here's what we're going to do. So you might see that video. It's going to be crazy if we end up doing it, but I really am interested in trying that with him. So then we had lunch. They served breakfast, they served lunch, and they served cocktails and drinks at the end, all free. Everything was free. But this was not a, what do you call it, seminar or where people gather like BeautyCon or some of those different things you hear, VidCon. It wasn't that kind of a thing where you pay to go. So there were no vendors there. I was wishing there had been vendors to sell me a camera or some lighting. Obviously I need that. By the way, I'm in my office and it's a mess back there because I'm still working out my decor, but I just decided to sit here. My grandkids are in there, so I'm gonna try to hurry. So what else did we do? Gosh, it's hard to remember now, and it's just been 3 days ago. I mean, overall, it was a fun event. I learned so much from the different girls that spoke. There were like 4 different YouTube girls that spoke, and then the last session was 3 very successful YouTubers. I don't even think they might have all been I think they were the Houston area, but not Graveyard Girl and not Leanne Says. Well, actually, these YouTubers they had like 700,000 subscribers. One was vegan. You know what? I'm going to tell you I'm going to put them in the bottom bar below. One of them was a vegan channel. One was a lifestyle DIY channel. And the third one were 3 women that did natural hair. They had a natural hair channel, which I didn't know what that meant. So I asked the girl next to me. She explained it. So anyway, that was the end of the event. And then everybody went downstairs if you wanted to further collab with people. And I stayed maybe 10 more minutes. Had 2 hors d'oeuvres, and I headed home.
Okay, the event's over, so there's happy hour in the next room, so I thought I would film a little bit of the place
we're at because it's pretty cool. It's just a venue, like a wedding venue, but it's really neat. It's got a beautiful courtyard outside. I'll show you in here. It's a really pretty courtyard. It's probably good for wedding pictures and things. I wish the lights and the trees were on. It's really pretty. And then in here is the cocktail party. And I'm probably not going to have a cocktail because I'm going to be driving there. I am. So, like I said, it was a great event. I learned so much about YouTube, about analytics, about how to analyze your channel. I'm scared to go into that part of my channel and look because it's probably going to say everyone clicks out in 3.2 seconds. You know, everything now in YouTube, they told us, is about watch time. So if you want to be successful in YouTube, it's about how long people hang around and watch you. But it's okay. I'm going to learn a lot. Like I've told y'all before, I don't make any money. I make maybe $30 a month doing this, which is not even, I mean, oh my gosh, nothing compared to the time that you have to put into YouTube. So I don't know, I may change a few things on my channel, but I won't ever change. The thing that people say about me all the time is authenticity, and they feel like I'm telling them the truth and I'm honest. That part will never change. But, you know, I may have a new intro or something. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's just kind of my assessment of the YouTube Creator Day. If you are a YouTuber and it ever comes to your town, you'll get an email because somehow I got an email. If I got one, you'll get one. You'll get an email. Go for it. Sign up. You may have better luck than me finding other people like-minded or like you, kind of, or people that you think you can really work with. I am going to check with some of these people that I met and see what can happen. And when I do, I will say, here's so-and-so I met at the YouTube Creator Day. Okay, that's it for today, and I will see you in the Q&A.